Welcome back to RP News.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's been a minute. How's it going? Hope you guys been good. You know, this is not really quote unquote return, because there's some shit we gotta talk about with I'm with Sport and my boy Tiger right now.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
It's been a minute. We've been quiet for a few months.
I mean,
But-
you just want to jump into it, or
Yeah, I think we should. We shouldn't waste any time.
Alright.
To be honest.
yeah, and we're not looking to fucking sit here for an hour or
Yeah,
even
definitely
30
not.
minutes. So, I mean, we're here just to talk about what happened. You know, like
Yeah.
it was out of the blue. No one fucking had an idea of what was gonna happen or anything like that. There was nothing. But it's just to clear the air a little bit in terms of what had happened, and I mean, we don't know why, but it is what it is. So we just kind of have to just roll with it.
I mean,
mean,
for the people in
but-
chat, they're unaware what really happened a few months ago. We got accused of some vile shit out of the blue, and at the time it just felt like everyone was coming against us. No one really asked anything about what happened. Nobody asked about our side. Everyone was just going against us. It felt like the whole community we built over the time, just, you know, nobody wanted to listen to us. Everybody just turned against us. So we felt like it was, you know, was right to just go quiet,
Yeah,
let people calm down a little bit, and then, you know, when the time feels right to talk about it, you know, maybe we can talk about it.
yeah. I mean, just to add to Meryl, at the time we're all friends. You know, we all responded to the situation. Meryl tried to say stuff on Twitter, but you can guess how the responses were. So then we decided as a group. I think the best response is to take some time off, take some time away from streaming, the whole community. Just let things simmer down a little bit, and then hopefully give us an opportunity to speak on our side. So I mean,
Yeah,
just to get into it, like, yeah, I mean that's the reason why we were just quiet, just let everything simmer down.
Yeah, I mean, tensions were really high, and I don't think anyone was wrong for it to an extent, but it's, you know, it's, what am I trying to say? Tensions were high. It's understandable, but the accusations and everything like that were very serious and whatnot. It wasn't just one or two things. It was a lot of different things. So, I'm saying the volume's a little bit low, Meryl.
Yeah, I'd turn it up a little bit.
Okay. And
I
I
haven't done
mean,
this in a minute.
yeah. So, I mean, obviously there was some people that, you know, tried to address it initially. Tweets and whatever were made. And obviously I myself didn't say anything. Tiger, I know, didn't say anything. Meryl had one tweet or something. I can't remember exactly. It was a while ago. But I mean, some people took responsibility for their actions and whatnot. And I mean, you know, that was their decision in terms of what was happening. And obviously, like, you know, we have actions that we need to take responsibility for too and whatnot. And some stuff we don't even know what we did or if we even did anything. I don't really think some of us did much or anything, but whether it's just, I guess, not speaking up in the moment or letting things just kind of happen. I mean, obviously you need to, you know, shut stuff down in terms of what happened. So that one's,
Yeah, just to add to what Sport was saying, there's definitely some things that people said in the group, and by the group I mean Street Team, that wasn't right for sure, and those people have addressed that issue now. So that's why we're here to talk about it. Because as you may know, it wasn't only those 2 people that were affected. It was it's definitely a lot more people in the street team that were affected as a whole for 2 people's actions. So that's why we're here. I mean,
Yeah,
Sport,
and
you want to talk? Go on, Mel.
the whole thing that happened, like I said earlier, is we just didn't feel like anybody wanted to listen to our side or anything that happened or listen to us and our side of the story. So we thought it was the best for us 3 to stay quiet, step away from it, rather than put more fuel into the fire. I think that was the better choice for us.
Yeah, obviously, just to go forward, I'm sure you guys are aware of some of the stuff that people did. They addressed it. I'm not going to speak for them. They're doing their own thing now. But obviously, looking back, there was stuff that impacted us and the stuff that we could have done. Of course, there was things said in the background from person to person, let's say. And yeah, looking back, saying we could have told them off, but like, listen, that's definitely not appropriate. We don't agree with that sort of words, actions. But looking back, it's at the end of the day, everybody has their own views. Everybody's their own adult. Everybody in street teams 20 plus.
Or
If someone
most
said
were at the
something,
time.
we're not there. If someone said something to someone in DMs, we're not there to know that. We're not there to police that. And if people have their views, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or disagree, that's just how it is. Unfortunately, those people had wrong views, wrong opinions, and we weren't necessarily aware, and we couldn't do much about it.
Yeah, there's a difference if you're there in the moment, you can say something, but even then, I think everyone's been in a position where they either have spoken up or they haven't. Sometimes there's, you do it and it's the right thing. Sometimes you don't. And, maybe it gets worse. Maybe, it's just a one-time thing. Who knows? But, we're like Tiger said, everyone's over 20 years old. Everyone's a grown adult. They, can take responsibility for their own actions and can act like a grown human being. So, I mean, yeah, getting clumped together is always a possibility. You're gonna be influenced. You're gonna be thought of and judged based on who you associate yourself with and everything like that, and that's understandable. But again, everyone's a grown adult and they can, make the decisions for themselves in terms of how they act and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I think someone in the chat said it perfectly. We're not really there to. No one's there to babysit people, especially when it's your day off and you just want to chill and play with the homies. You don't want to just babysit people, and you also don't want to be. I don't know how to say it, but if you've been in a friend group, you know what I'm talking about. Like sometimes you just let people say whatever they want, and you don't really mind it at the time, but it doesn't matter what you think about it, to be honest.
I mean, that's kind of us speaking on that whole thing in terms of, were there things that we could have done to maybe, step up and prevent things from getting to a certain point? Yes, but that's in the past. There's only so much we can do. We can just move forward and trying to do better. And I think some of us have tried to do that. I know I myself personally have been away from my computer and been doing a whole lot of different stuff in terms of like bettering myself in terms of, career and everything like that. So it's, don't want to get stuck in the mud. It's in the past. Just keep going forward. And that's kind of why we're here today, to just kind of, put in the past, let there be some type of acknowledgement of it, and then just hopefully, do better. You guys want to look at this real quick? Tiger and Meryl, do we want to bring that up? I almost don't even feel a need. If
I
you look at
don't.
that, I just highlighted it. I mean, up to you.
I don't really. I don't know.
We could just talk on street teamish, I guess, maybe.
We
a
can
little
talk
bit.
about some of the things that were brought up if you guys want.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
I guess like in terms of like our involvement with street team. So like obviously I was banned like 2 years. I don't even know how long ago it was now. 2 years ago, and whatnot. Tiger got banned a little bit later than that, or
Yeah, it's slightly over a year
and
ago.
whatnot. And then Merrill was banned like a month or two before the whole incident, or not incident, but that whole thing. So like obviously we had very limited control when it came to in character stuff, right? So it's not that we didn't want to help out or anything like that. There's only so much that we could do, but we always kind of operated street team as a group decisions and stuff like that. We always ask for other input, uh and I think a lot of people even valued some of our opinions and thought processes of how to do stuff in terms of street team as a business. Where like when you're on NoPixel, it's a content server. It's no longer really been an RP server for a long time now. And we did pretty well for ourselves in terms of building our channels, building the little bit of a community that we had and everything like that. So we were always had that thought process of it's a business, and that we're
Yeah.
going to try and do what we can to help each other out. And a lot of people came to different, like one of us in terms of asking like, hey,
I would
what
happily
could we
say
do?
that every time there was a decision to be made, no matter if I was on the server, if I was banned, if I was on the server, off the server, no matter what, people still came to me and asked me for decision or my opinion on the matter and how to handle it.
Yeah,
And
I
not
mean,
even
just to add
go ahead.
more, like you can apply to any sort of application. If you have friends, you're not always working in the same industry, you don't work the same jobs. People always have issues. People always have problems. And as a friend, you're there to listen to those problems and hear them out. So even if a friend has a problem or something that he doesn't like about work, he will come to you to ask for your opinion. He will come to you to vent to you. It was the same thing on NoPixel. Even though we were banned, we are still friends. People are coming to us, well, oh, what do you think about this? Oh, this happened today, got me really upset. And you would talk to these people. And the biggest problem, I mean, they were highlighting it as if it was a bad thing, as if we were doing something wrong. I mean, just
And-
apply to any life experience. It's just a normal thing.
Like it all went way further than just NoPixel. Like we would be in Discord just talking about random stuff that came up. Like I know there was instances where like, hey, like this happened to me. Like, I was like, dude, you should have maybe done this. There's things that you have resources like access to that could, maybe prevent you feeling uncomfortable and stuff like that. Like it wasn't just street team being on NoPixel. Like we talked about other random stuff and gave inputs on stuff and helped people out with in many different aspects besides just what was going on. Like it wasn't, like we helped. It wasn't that we wanted full control or anything like that, but we wanted to, I'll admit, I want a street team to be in a good light, be moving forward, be progressive in terms of like, not just being people that just stood around doing nothing sometimes and that was kind of it. Like I liked trying to provide content for people that cared to watch street team. So that's all I was trying to do in terms of my influence on street team. So
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, at the end of the day, street team ended up as more of a business than OOC than what it was a gang. And no, I don't think any of us wanted to just let it die just because we're permabanned off the server, because there was still a lot of members that wasn't banned, and we didn't want it to just die. That's why we're so hands on pretty much most of the shit that was going on, because just because we're banned doesn't mean you have to all go to shit for the other people that are there.
Especially if those people are asking you for help. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to ignore them? Like, of course not. They're your friends. And that was what street team was. We're all a close group of friends, and we handpicked every single member carefully to make sure that, number one, they were friends,
Yeah, we were very, picky, I guess, or careful as to who we let try and get close because of associations and how quick you can fast track yourself just by being associated with someone. Because I mean, if you look around, a lot of people do it in terms of just fast tracking to get associations to even other people to get close and stuff like that. Like we were always trying to be very careful of that, even when we weren't on the server. It's like, hey, got to keep this in mind. And we try to hold people up to different like certain standards as well in terms of like in character, out of character stuff, because we cared about it as a business and an image and a brand. So I think that's kind of it at that point. It was important to us. And then like decisions, we made decisions a lot of time, based on in character decisions for sure, and some OOC stuff just because of the brand and what made sense in character as well. So like it wasn't just one person's thoughts. We get together, hear each other out, put a lot of things together in terms of what would be better for the future. And it wasn't just one person's thing. We made sure everyone was on the same page, or at least the majority were. And then from there, we would go forward.
Joe, I think Stub just brought up an interesting question. We're not trying to blame Shift. We're not trying to.
Yeah, we're not trying to switch the blame to anybody. I think we're here to take responsibility for the stuff we did, rather than blame anybody for coming out or exposing
stuff that we could have done to prevent stuff or talk to people that they shouldn't act a certain way, and those stuff we didn't do. Now we're not trying to blame other people for exposing it. I guess they have their own reasons why. Genuinely, we have no contact to these people. Nothing was brought to us. It all just came out of nowhere, from 0 to 100. We're not here to blame anybody. We're just here to clear the allegations. And honestly, I think I'm speaking for everybody here, but we have no interest in NoPixel at all. Zero interest.
Or RP in general. Me personally, no interest in NoPixel or any type of RP.
Yeah, this is not anything in terms of like what Meryl said at the beginning. There's no, at least for me, I'll speak for myself, of no intention of returning to streaming or anything like that. Will I try and play video games on the occasion? Yeah, but I'm not, I don't want people to fucking get PTSD over just hearing my voice or something when I didn't do anything, and I don't know if that's in their control to figure out or not. So
yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, I'm sure we're open to answer some questions in the chat, but
yeah, and
is anybody else have anything?
It's really hard for us to defend ourselves against stuff we don't really know what we're really accused of. Yeah, we know what some people did, and we can say that we don't really agree with their views or the shit they said, but we're not really sure what exactly
that's another good point.
What we said or what was brought up against us.
What the fuck is this for, Nada?
That's another good thing that Meryl just brought up. It's hard to talk about. It's hard to talk about specifics when we don't know specifics. I woke up at 4 or 5 a.m. and all of this stuff happened. Like nobody told us anything. Nobody contacted us. No notifications. No messages. We just woke up and we had to react. Like went from 0 to 100. It's hard to talk about something which we don't know. We know that afterwards, when I woke up, I saw the message from certain people, and who those people are. And from those responses, we can try sort the puzzle. But again, we just have nothing to work with.
We still very much so don't know. Like, obviously, there's, I guess, categories that we were, accused of, but we don't know specifics as to anything. And people were just okay with jumping in on that, I guess, accusations and stuff like that without asking us for any of our input or anything like that. So I mean, look, we'll take questions, you know, but if we don't see anything in terms of actually asking a legit question, then I don't know.
Yeah,
I
if
don't
people
care.
have
Yeah, go for it.
genuine questions, can try to answer that if you want.
What really happened to Chav? Well, Chav was removed from the gang because well, viewers and other people of the community kept coming down to us and telling us that he keep interacting in meta chats. Yeah, meta chats. And we asked him a few times, yo, you're on the server now, you shouldn't really be in meta chats. There for viewers, there for your community to talk about. And you know, we warned him like 4 or 5 times that, you know, on the last warning we just told him, yo, we don't really want you doing that and you keep doing it, so
I mean, the guy was looking at meta chats, he was interacting, he was
typing in meta chats while he was on the server.
yeah, that's something obviously that's something that, you know, it's not very good, is it? That we don't want to be, you know,
it doesn't
attached to
look
that sort
good.
of thing.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, and when you associate with that person, it reflects on you. So of course we're gonna have like an issue with it.
This happened a while ago. I was speaking of it now. Someone asked.
Oh, we already answered that. It's a simple case of Merrill attempted to speak about it on Twitter at the time. You can go back and check if you want. And it was all the same responses. Everybody just took sides. No one wanted to listen. So okay, we were like, listen, if everybody's heated right now, no one wants to listen. Let's take some time and let things simmer down, and then maybe people will be interested to hear. And that's why we just took the time away. Honestly, I'm sure Spore and Merrill will agree, but we're not planning to have like a 2-hour stream or anything. So
Yeah, no, and
it's
there's
just,
just a lot of just random shit that's kind of be saying, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. And all the accusations, like, look, we don't know anything in terms of what has been quote unquote floating around and stuff like that. So, I mean, feel free to enlighten us, to be honest with you. But we've received nothing in terms of anything of any sort of explanation.
If you
At least
have
I
any,
haven't.
if you have any proof of any of us in here saying anything sexist or racist or any of that shit that you're saying in chat, just tweet it at us. Show us the proof, because us three, we got brought up into the whole shit as enablers. We got included in it as being the enablers of all that shit.
A lot of things I think were twisted out of, you know, context as well, because a lot of decisions were just made off of in-character stuff. So, I mean, it doesn't matter what the person was or anything like that. You know, like if you know, weren't making good decisions in character, yeah, of course you're gonna get kicked, or it makes sense for you to leave. So I don't know where some of this stuff comes from. It's all doesn't make sense.
what's one of the questions? Why don't y'all come with receipts stating your innocence? So how? Please explain how do you want me to prove my innocence? How do you want me to prove something that I didn't do? Do you want to see my whole Discord DM history?
We don't know damaged.
Like, sure, my whole Discord. I'll show you I'll let you show you my DMs if I mean, I don't mind. If the people that were accusing us of stuff, I'll show the DMs. Again, if they're okay with it, I don't mind. But we're not here. We already clarified. We're not here to start drama. We're not here to out people. We're just talking about our side. We don't want to. Listen, I know the stream and the viewers. You know, you all love drama, but we're not here to stir a pot. not here to cause problems. We're just talking about. We got accused of things. We talk about it. We clear it, and that's it. I'm not. We're not starting back and forth here. Do you guys have anything to add?
No, really. I'm just
No, there
trying to
really
see any
hasn't been
question that actually
anything.
makes sense in chat.
Yeah.
This happens the day after the change. It was weird. Yeah, it all got caused by a joke I made on stream the day before that. That certain someone is not getting a chain.
Any other questions? I'm trying to scroll, but
No, I'm not really seeing anything.
Yeah. Like, we've kind of said things that answer a lot of this stuff in terms of like, we only know so much. We really don't know anything. So, we try to, make contact with some people in terms of what
Did y'all
happened.
really plan RP or OC?
No, I don't think we ever did. I mean, I haven't been on the server for fucking 2+ years, so.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's it. If you have any proof that you want to share with us, because it's really hard to defend ourselves against proof we don't have. And if you have any proof of us saying any of the shit we're being accused of, then share it.
yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, if anybody has anything, then share it. Well, I mean, that's about it. I think. I don't know. I feel like we answered most of the questions. No.
Yeah, or the ones that actually mattered.
Oh yeah, I mean, all the relevant questions. Let's say.
All right. I don't see anything
Yeah, I think that's
worth
it.
mentioning. So, all right. I'm out.
All right.